One of the most powerful things you can do at a job interview is establish expertise. Give them a reason to move forward with you, specifically when it's something critical to the job that they might be lacking in their current team. In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 quick and easy ways you can establish expertise and increase your likelihood of getting a job offer. Let's go. Now, the first one is you want to explain why you were previously hired at some of your previous roles. So, for example, the phrase you want to say is I was hired for blank role at blank company because of my expertise in blank. So what you're doing there is you're saying I was hired into this role at this company specifically because I bring blank to the table. Now that thing that you're referencing, that skill, that expertise, that should be something that is high up in the list of requirements for the job description. So to make an easy example, let's just say it's for a software developer role and they're looking for someone with an expertise in Python. You want to say, I was hired at A, B, and C company in my software dev role because of my expertise in Python. I have blank years doing it, specifically working on projects like A, B, and C. What you've done there is you have given them a very specific example of your expertise and why another company was keen to acquire your services. This is a really good thing to do if you know, for example, that one of the roles or one of the skills in the role that you're applying for is something they are like hell-bent on acquiring. So if you're talking to the recruiter and they say, oh, you've got this in your resume, and they seem to light up, and you can tell, this is something that's important when you get to that next step with the hiring manager, that's when you want to use a phrase like this. The next thing that you want to do is you want to be able to quantify your impact using one of the skills in the job description. For example, you want to take one of the top must-haves for the role, whatever example makes sense for you, but let's just say it's for a quality engineering role and it was running continuous improvement initiatives. So what you want to be able to share with them is when they say, hey, Ben, give me an example of a time you made an impact in a prior, place of employment, or give me an example of a big accomplishment in your career, something like that, where it's kind of open season in terms of the example you reference. What you want to do is reference a project that you were working on using the skill in the job description, but then quantify your impact by specifically talking about the project. How long did it run? What were you trying to do? And what was the end result specifically? If you can give them a cost savings, or if you were able to talk about eliminating redundancy that led to cost savings or increased profit or increased sales or more output that resulted in blank. What you're trying to do is you're trying to make it easy for them to assign a dollar value to the skill you bring to the table. If you're able to do that, it's going to be extremely powerful. Now, this next way is really, really powerful, but it is a 2-step process. And what you want to do when you get to the end of your first interview, a screening interview with a recruiter, you want to ask them, is there anything specifically that this team is lacking from a skill or experience standpoint that would be helpful for me to bring to the table? And what you're doing there is you're trying to find out what is it this team doesn't need that I might be able to bring. Because if you can do that and specifically align your skills with what they're going to be looking for, that's really powerful. And when they say, oh yeah, they're looking for blank, they don't really have anybody on the team who has that currently. You want to take that opportunity to be like, oh, that's so interesting. I actually have that experience for this many years. I've been doing blank and I've been able to accomplish blank, right? What you're trying to do is identify weak spots on the team and show them that you are the ideal solution by sharing your specific experience and what you've been able to do with that. Now, those are amazing things to say in an interview, but there are also things that aren't so amazing. That's why I made this video here. This is 13 different things that you shouldn't share in a job interview. It can be so easy to try to explain and share about your background and just kind of say what comes to mind, but saying any one of these 13 things might lead to you not getting the job and somebody else getting it instead of you. I don't want that to happen to you. That's why I made this video. So I'm done here, but I will see you over there.